Hello everybody, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and welcome back to some more Dragalia Lost content. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than the usual videos that I do. This video is going to be more of a speculation discussion type of video. It's also going to be more of what I want to see from Dragalia Lost for the future rather than a first anniversary discussion video. However, there will be plenty of points that are specifically dedicated to the first anniversary, which is of course coming up at the end of this month. It is on September 27th this month. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts as well. So whatever I'm saying, if you have anything you want to say about it, or if there's any speculation or discussion you have for yourself about Dragalia Lost, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always open to talking and discussing Dragalia Lost, as it's probably my favorite game. So yeah, that's pretty much all the disclaimers I want to say before I get started. Now let's actually just begin discussing it. So the first thing I want to see from Dragalia Lost Anniversary is Knott's Slumber Shot. Yes, this is more of a meme than an actual I want to see. It is fun. I actually really like Knott's Slumber Shot. However, it's probably only going to be a April Fool's type thing. If you weren't around during April Fool's, this was here for one day only. You could play Knott's Slumber Shot, and it was actually pretty fun. It was like a shoot 'em game with, there's like the spaceship shooter. I don't remember what that game's called, but it was like that. It was actually pretty fun. So I would love to see a Knott's Slumber Shot, but it probably won't come around until next year's April Fool's. So I do want to see this maybe be a permanent feature in the future of Dragalia Lost, but we'll have to see. This is, like I said, it's the only minigame in Dragalia Lost, and it's actually a lot of fun. Maybe they could do some sort of PvP, Knott's Slumber Shot. That would be a type of PvP I can support. Anyways, other than Knott's Slumber Shot, I actually want to see Chapter 10 and a new High Dragon. Now, of course, Chapter 10 has already been confirmed, as well as a new High Dragon. But this was something I did want to see. I made this the kind of like outline for this a long time ago. But Chapter 10 has been confirmed, and it is going to be coming during the first anniversary. It's coming about 2 weeks before the first anniversary. Actually, it's like a week or 2 weeks before, so it's going to be coming before. Has been confirmed, but this is going to be a hype chapter, so I did just want to mention that. Cannot wait for this chapter. And of course, like I said earlier, High Zodiac has also been confirmed. So these High Dragons are going to be done. I am going to be a little weary on what they're going to be doing after these High Dragons. They might get the 6th Great Worm back, Sithonius or something. We don't really know what's going to happen for the future of, endgame content in Dragalia Lost. So that's a big concern. So I did just want to mention that. Anyways, other than these two, like I said, this is all just the preliminary stuff. Now let's actually get into the real discussion of the video, and that is going to be first up, collaboration. So the first anniversary is right around the corner, and they have a big chance to do a collab right after the first anniversary. I don't expect them to do a collab for the anniversary, but after the anniversary, they could do a collab. So there's 3 collabs I do want to make note of for this video, and what I would like to see in the future. Of course, I would like to see any collab with Dragalia Lost. I think it would be really, really cool, because as you know, we have gotten a Fire Emblem Heroes collab already. So I would like to see any other collab, whether it be with Nintendo games or with any other game. We all know CyGames has a future, not a future, but they love to collab with all types of things. Like Grand Blue Fantasy is a big prime example with all the collaborations they've done, and I will probably mention Grand Blue Fantasy a lot in this video, so be prepared for that. Anyways, speaking of Fire Emblem, there's actually a new Fire Emblem game that was recently released. I believe it was released, was it last month or 2 months ago or something, and that is Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I would love to see a collaboration with Three Houses, because as you know, like I said, we've already gone a Fire Emblem Heroes collab. Now this would be an actual Fire Emblem game collab, and this would really push the sales for both Three Houses and Dragalia Lost products. So I feel like this would be a really nice and interesting collaboration. We haven't actually had a straight Fire Emblem collab. Like I said, the last one was Fire Emblem Heroes. We did get Marth though, which was from a Fire Emblem game and not a Fire Emblem Heroes game. So there's a lot of potential for them to collaboration with Fire Emblem games in specific, and I would love to see a Three Houses one. I would love to see any Fire Emblem collaboration, to be honest, but Fire Emblem Three Houses is probably going to be the most common one, or not most common, but like probably the most likely, since it was recently released. So other than a Fire Emblem collab, another collab I would like to see is actually a Dragon Quest collaboration. Now, the new Dragon Quest game, Echoes of an Elusive Age, is coming out for the Nintendo Switch in a definitive edition at the end of this month. Around the same time, Dragalia Lost actually has their first anniversary. So I could see a Dragon Quest collab actually happening. This would be really cool. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to actually fit these characters into Dragalia Lost. Of course, they just need to change their stories a little bit, but I think it would be really interesting to have a Dragon Quest collaboration. You know, Dragon Quest is a huge franchise, so this would be a really nice collab and very fitting, I feel like. Other than Dragon Quest and Fire Emblem, another collab I would actually like to see would be with Dowco. Now, this collab has been hinted at for a very long time. You know, Dowco is, if you don't know, she makes the music for Dragalia Lost. So there was actually a tweet she made a long time ago discussing like what adventure element would I be or something. And there's actually been, you know, pictures of a Dowco sort of like sticker in Dragalia Lost. So this would be a really nice collab and really interesting. And I would actually be, you know, glad for this collab. Because, you know, Dowco makes amazing music. So seeing her in Dragalia Lost would be a lot of fun. Definitely a collab that I would pull on. I would pull on any collab, to be honest. But this would be a lot of fun. And I do think it's actually pretty likely, since there should be a CD coming out for Dowco soon. And there is a special bonus if you have the CD for Dragalia Lost players. So that is something that, you know, it is kind of likely to have this collab happen in the future. So that is just something I want to mention. Now then, other than collabs, what else do I want to see? Well, we do have Chapter 10 coming up and Zetia coming up, so I can actually see a new gala coming up alongside these. And in this new gala, who are we going to see? Well, some things I would actually like to see. First of all, Luca. Luca needs some love. He has a summer unit, but it's not that great. Well, it's pretty decent, but Luca needs a really good unit. You know, his normal Luca all isn't that great. Summer unit is okay, but he needs something amazing. Now, we all know, you know, the last time there was a gala was with Gala Cleo, and they pushed out Gala Cleo as soon as High Jupiter came out. So with High Zodiac's release, they're actually pretty likely to get a light unit in this gala. So Luca could be a light unit, you know, just like his normal one, which, you know, Cleo was Shadow because her Gala Cleo was Shadow because regular Cleo was Shadow. Gala Ranzel was Wind, and regular Ranzel was Wind. So they could do this for Luca and push him out when High Zodiac is released, and really push out a strong light unit for High Zodiac to, you know, get the clear pretty easily. I'm not really sure what weapon type he would be, but that is something that would be really interesting to have. Other than Luca, another thing I can see was actually Zetia. Now, Zetia is, again, she could have a light unit with her normal Zetia if we are able to free her in Chapter 10, because as you know, Chapter 10 is coming up soon. Is this something that can happen? If not, we might get actually Empress Zetia, which, you know, I don't think it's going to happen now, but maybe for the future, or of course, Masked Zetia. We could have this for the future. I don't expect us to get, you know, this Zetia style for a while. I do think the regular Zetia is more likely. We might get her as a free unit, though. We're not really sure what's going to happen with Zetia, but I did just want to mention Zetia as a playable unit would be amazing. She already has models and everything in the game, so it'd be really nice to have her, along with a potential for Gala Yuden. Now, Gala Yuden is very, very weird because Yuden is the MC, so having a Gala version of Yuden would be a little bit weird. You know, pulling for yourself sounds a little bit weird, so I don't think a Gala Yuden is probably going to happen. However, we could have a sort of Yuden promotion. Now, if you guys have played Fire Emblem, there's promotion in the games. You know, some Fire Emblem games, after you get to a certain point in the game, you get a promotion with your main lord, and they become, you know, a different, you know, stronger as a lord. So I could see this happening with Yuden after maybe potentially Chapter 10 if something crazy happens, and then he gets stronger. Now, the other designs I have on the screen are actually, I believe they're beta designs for Yuden, so these designs have not been implemented in the game, but we could get a design similar to these for a potential promotion for Yuden. So I did just want to mention those, and I do think a promotion for Yuden would be very, very nice, actually, since Yuden, he's not the best unit. He is pretty decent, but, you know, nothing special. So I would love to see the MC actually be very, very good. That would be a nice addition to have. Other than that, another thing I would like to see, you know, I would like to see from the anniversary to open up past summon showcases. Now, past summon showcases have been, you know, they've been going on for a long time. They don't really need to open up specifically, as these, you know, these showcases are limited showcases. I don't expect them to feature limited showcases in specific. However, I would like that. I would like for them to feature, you know, a bunch of different showcases where we can pick which one we would like to summon on. You know, depending on what rate up units we like or want, we could summon for them. I do think it would actually be really, really cool. You know, specifically the limited showcases, if they bring those back, that would be really nice. You know, the past galas, you know, instead of putting up, you know, past galas on rate up for, you know, the the for the anniversary. Like they could put instead of just the new Gala unit that they had, they could also put the new Gala unit with like a Gala Mim from the past on rate up. Instead of doing that, they could actually just bring back the whole Gala Mim banner, and you could summon specifically for Gala Mim or for Gala Cerise, or if you want to summon for the Halloween Fantasia banner for Halloween Ellie, you could do that. Whatever the case may be, maybe you just want to summon for a Nefaria. So a banner with Nefaria on rate up, I don't think we've ever had that, but a banner with Nefaria on rate up would be cool. So I do think they bringing back a bunch of showcases for people to pick which one to pull on would be nice. Maybe including some free summons in there. I don't know, CyGames, if you want to throw some free summons in there, I would like that. I would appreciate that. So I do think that would be a nice addition. And in talking about showcases, actually, I do really want to see a dream summon that features limited units. Now, I just talked about limited showcases. I would like to see a dream summon featuring these limited showcases because as we know, getting these limited units are not easy, especially with the rates in Dragalia Lost. Now, the rates are a little low. They are pretty generous with the currency they give out, but the rates still are pretty low. So it is difficult to pull the units you want. However, there was a limited dream summon. You can actually just straight up pick the unit you want. Say you want to pick Halloween Ellie. You don't have to summon for her. You could just pick her and then boom, she's yours. So I would really like to see some sort of limited time dream summon unit. It doesn't need to include Gala units. However, I do think if it did include Gala units, that would be very, very nice, of course. Another thing I would like for them to add featuring, with these showcases would be actually a sort of sparking system. I think a sparking system would be really, really nice. Now, if you don't know what a sparking system is, I did kind of leave an explanation on the side right there. So basically, if you do a certain amount of pulls, you can pick whatever unit you want that is on rate up. Now, maybe if they didn't do specific rate up units for Dragalia Lost, that'd be nice. Getting 300 pulls takes a long time. It takes a really long time. So it's going to take you a couple months of saving to get 300 pulls. So it's basically kind of like a backup thing. So you could spend $1,000 on a banner and not pull the unit you want, and this would kind of be a sort of backup net. So if you do end up pulling a lot for a unit you want and you don't get them, this would be a way for you to pick them up. This is actually one of the things I want the most from Dragalia Lost. This feature is in, of course, Grand Blue Fantasy. So I would really like for them to add this in. I believe it was added for the Grand Blue Fantasy anniversary. So again, I would love to see this added for Dragalia Lost's anniversary. Actually, I don't know if it was the Grand Blue Fantasy anniversary. Maybe it was like a pre-con anniversary, something like that from one of the other CyGames games. But they did add these features in. There's actually a lot of features like sparking in different games. Pokemon Masters has a scouting system, and there's a lot of different ways for you to pick the unit you want after you spend a certain amount of money or summons. So I do think a feature like this would be amazing for Dragalia Lost in specific, and it would actually be very, very welcome in my opinion. So this is, like I said, one of the biggest features I want to see from Dragalia Lost, and I really, really hope that they do add this into Dragalia Lost at some point. Another thing I want to see them adding in Dragalia Lost is a side story feature. Now, the side story feature is in, of course, Grand Blue Fantasy as well. And this side story feature would be a way for you to go back and revisit past events without needing CyGames to rerun them. You could also do this on your own time. There's no time limit for you to complete these side stories. In specific Loyalties Requiem, it's the very first event in Dragalia Lost. A lot of people have not actually played through this event. So having this event open where you could battle at any time, get Celery as your waifu unit, your welfare unit, and Pele as a welfare dragon. They're actually pretty decent. They're not crazy, but they're pretty decent. So I do think having this feature would be nice. They wouldn't need to rerun all the events. After say a year that the event has been out, they can just throw it in the side story area, and you could just play through the side story area to get all the rewards for that. So I do think it would be a very nice addition to have a side story feature. Another thing is I would like a way to farm Eldwater. You can't really farm Eldwater. Even a facility that farms Eldwater, we have this dragon fruit facility, and dragon fruits are nice, but Eldwaters are really nice. So I really like an Eldwater thing. Now, you can get Eldwater from, of course, summons and from drops, Wyrmprint drops during quest, but I would like a better way and a more efficient way, a guaranteed way for you to get Eldwater. So I do think a sort of Eldwater tree or something, maybe not a tree, but like an Eldwater fountain, that would be really, really nice addition, and it would help a lot of people get a lot of Eldwater. We do have, of course, Mercurial Gauntlet rewards, which give out a lot of Eldwater a month, but I feel like more Eldwater is necessary because as the Mercurial Gauntlet levels get harder and harder, you're going to need to 50 node as many adventures as you can. So I do think an Eldwater, way to farm it would be very, very nice and very, very appreciated. Last but not least, actually, yeah, this is the last one. So the last feature I would like to have in Dragalia Lost are new weapon types. Now, these new weapon types, I have included 2 here, and they are in Grand Blue Fantasy, and that is gauntlets and guns. So double G's. Gauntlets and guns, melees for gauntlets, and then guns are just kind of like a range thing. I would really like to see these added in the game. Personally, guns wouldn't be too amazing. I wouldn't really like guns. They're kind of just, they're kind of wands, but a little bit different. So guns, I would not actually like to see in Dragalia Lost, but I did just want to mention guns. One that I would actually like to see in Dragalia Lost is a gauntlet weapon type. I think this would be really cool. They could have a co-ability of attack rates, and I think it would be really, really nice to have this. Now, of course, attack rate probably can't be buffed too much because that would be really, really overpowered, but you get the idea. I would really like to see a new weapon type of Dragalia Lost. It would really change things up, and they could include a lot of adventures with this gauntlet weapon type if they do decide to add it. So it would be really nice. They could have a whole new potential variety of waifus if they add a new weapon type. And if they do add a new weapon type, there's other possibilities. They could have, an adventure that can have 2 weapons at once. They could use a lance or they could use a sword. You could pick which one you wanted them to use. Or like I said, 2 weapons at once. Maybe dual wield a lance like Fort. When's Fort going to get in the game? Fort, can you please get in the game soon? Anyways, guys, that is pretty much all the speculation and things that I want in Dragalia Lost at the moment. Again, I want to hear your thoughts. What features do you want in Dragalia Lost? What do you want from the first anniversary? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I did do a lot of editing to get these things on the screen, so I really hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and until next time, have a nice trip.